It's just a sign of the time. It's a positive vibe. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Positive Vibes Only. I am your host, Nakia. Thank you so much for joining. Shout outs, first of all, of course, shout outs to everyone who have been liking, sharing, commenting on the page. Really do appreciate that. Our algorithms has come up. I'm so happy. I announced that the last time, so please like, comment, and share. It costs you nothing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our BlackTube channel. Make sure you are following us on Spreaker as well. And we're working on some other platforms to be coming to you live. Thank you. Shout out to everybody in the PVO group. Hey, how y'all doing? How's it going? I love y'all. Thank you to everyone who has been contributing to the groups with the posts and the videos. I really truly enjoy watching them and reading all the posts that you put through. I love the engagement that people are having on there, and it is actually doing what it is supposed to do, is uplift people, bring positive vibes to their lives. So when they go to the page, all they got to do is scroll through, and prayerfully it puts a smile on their face. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for everybody for the emails, cash apps, everything that you've been sending. For the people that made purchases last week, thank you. Yes, please go to Teespring and Redbubble and check out our merch. Get you some merch, some PVO products, along with our other mantras that we have out there. Thank you so much for everybody that has been contributing onto the show. As you can see, I have a guest, another guest. My son from another mother.
Hey guys, how you doing?
This is my other son, T. Wolf, Terrence, whatever everyone calls this, my baby, my other baby. You know, I got the other grown son. This is the second grown son. So we're here to talk to you guys and prayerfully bring some positive vibes to you.
And also some laughters if you didn't catch that.
Oh yeah, we gonna clown.
Definitely.
What we do.
Definitely.
So today's topic is a guilty conscience needs no accuser. Yeah. So this came to me the other day. And a lot of times when topics come to me, I will forego my list that I have because it actually resonates with me, and I know that I can talk a little more about this. So this is something that my grandmother used to tell me all the time, that a guilty conscience needs no accuser. As a young kid, I had no idea what that meant. But as an adult, I now know what that means. Basically, if you are guilty of something, it's going to show.
Definitely.
It's going to show in how you talk. It's going to show in your mannerisms. It's going to show in how you answer questions. It's going to show. So we're going to talk about people who have guilty conscience and act like we don't know you're guilty.
Well, we do. We definitely do.
We know. So we're going to start with children first.
Oh, boy.
Because they the main ones that put it out there. You know, we're going to start with the children, and then we're going to go into the young adults and the adults. How about that?
That works. We can do that.
Okay, so children are the easiest ones to find out when they are guilty of something.
They are very, very smart. I want to say around the ages of 2 to 10? 2 to 10?
2 to 10.
2 to 10. They are very, very smart. They know what they're getting themselves into. We catch them in a lot, and they try so hard to lie.
Yeah. Not even good lies. They don't make no sense.
But it's cute. It's like age 2 to 5, it's cute.
2 to 5 is cute. I'll give you that.
But from 6 to 10, you know better.
You know better.
You know better.
You definitely know better.
You're trying so hard, and me knowing it when I watch kids that young, I'm like, you know better. Your parents taught you stuff
way
like this.
Better than that.
Why are you doing this? You're just trying to do this because your parents are not around.
You're going to get over.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say anything. And me being my age, I'm like, I have to.
I'm going to tell. I tell everybody, I'm a type of teller.
I try to give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes. I try to. But it's just like, they try to push the envelope, and I'm just like,
Nah. It's lightweight entertaining though.
It is.
It's lightweight entertaining to see how they little minds work.
It really
like
is.
How they really, you see them formulating it. And I don't know about anybody else, but I see it with my children. When I know they are guilty of something and they're caught, you could see in their pauses the little wheels just turning in their head, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna work.
The gears are grinding. It's trying to come up with something. It's trying, and then like it sends. It's like a fax machine when you go to send. Like when you at work and you be sitting there, and you be like, I don't want to send this email. How can I do? Grind the gears, send the fax machine, and then it comes out, and I'm just like, now you was not supposed to. Okay, all right.
One way to find out that your child is guilty is they will beg not to get the punishment that they know that they're going to get. So they knew they did something wrong. Please don't put me in timeout. Please don't put me in the corner. Please don't put me in the corner. Please don't do that. Please, mom. Please. And you see the videos with the kids that was trying to escape from getting whooped. It's like, okay, mommy, but please just hear me out. Please just don't whoop me. Just hear me out. Got a kid like that. Know they're in trouble and will try to escape from being on punishment. You're gonna take my stuff away? Do I gotta stand in the corner? Absolutely.
I was one of them kids.
Absolutely.
I was one of them kids. I'm not gonna hold you. I was one of them kids, but I was also one of them kids that try to act like one of them adults in Wall Street where they try to come up with a compromise. You're like, okay, look, I know I'm in trouble. How about we do this? How about I not play my game for 2 weeks?
Give your own punishment.
And just let me watch TV. I promise I will never do this again. My parents look at me like, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry.
No, it's not gonna work.
I'm like, oh man.
Another way to tell that your kids are having a guilty conscience and they need no accuser is when you're questioning them and they either start talking low and it's like, and because no, if you're telling the truth, you're gonna spit that out. That's the truth. If you guilty, you trying to think of something that's gonna be lightweight believable.
You also stutter a lot.
A lot.
You also stutter a lot when you're trying to come up with a lie.
A lot. Guilty conscience need no accuser, and I find that are we done with kids? Let's go to young adults.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Teenagers, young adults. So that's how you can tell when a guilty conscience needs no accuser.
For small kids now.
Kids.
Okay, now we're teenagers.
Teenagers, young adults. I'm older, so we're gonna do from teenagers to young adults. So let's say
from what age would that vary? So 13 to.
Well, we did 2 to 10.
Yeah, we did 2 to 10.
So 11 to 20.
Yeah, 11 to 20.
And then we could do that.
Because I'm 26, so we can
2 to 10.
Yeah.
2 to 10. All right, now 11 to 20.
11 to 20. Okay,
teenagers.
So 11 to 20, your mind has somewhat functioned where you know right from wrong.
Absolutely.
And you're still trying to push the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to push the envelope, but you don't want to push it because you don't know how it's going to react. Especially, it varies on parents. It definitely varies on the type of parent that you have. When you do push the envelope and you do get caught, you definitely lie. You definitely tell, if it's small but you don't want to get in trouble, you tell a small white lie. That's
with partial truth. Partial truth. Because what I find with teenagers and young adults, that they will say enough to get them out of trouble. So me and my friends did something, but it wasn't me.
Oh, they'll play the it wasn't me card. Okay.
All I did was.
What was your problem in this situation? What did you do?
All I did was I told them not to go. And then they went, but you went with them. But I told them not to go. No, that doesn't negate you from getting in trouble.
At all.
At all.
At all. At all.
We have an interruption. As always, the little one interrupts. But anyway, back to what we're saying. We're gonna ignore him and see what he does. So the teenagers. All I did was, all I said was. That's another way to say, okay, you trying to negate your. What in the world? Lord, I hear children screaming downstairs. I don't know. They always interrupt them, but it's
That's
what
a
it
perfect
is.
example of guilty conscience being no accuser.
Huh? Okay, can you wait till we're done and then we'll holler at you? Thank you. Love you.
Smart kid. Smart kid.
Lord have mercy.
Smart kid.
He
We'll edit this out later.
No, I'm gonna keep that in. He just want to be in the limelight. He just want to be in the limelight. That's that 2 to 10 right there. All right. So all I did was, all I said was, you're trying to minimize your involvement. You're trying to put more blame on somebody else than yourself. Or you're just trying to remove yourself from the situation, but you
was a part of that situation.
In
some way, shape, or form, you was definitely a part of that situation. And you're trying to be the good kid in that situation, but you had something else to do with that situation. I remember when I was in New York and okay, so remember the movie Undercover Brother?
I watched it one time, but I didn't watch it.
So there was a specific scene. I'm not gonna say the scene, but there was a specific scene, and I love that movie till now. I still love that movie, but there was a specific scene, and there was a specific words in this scene that were said, and I didn't think that it was. I wasn't thinking that it wasn't a bad thing to say. I was in after school, and so
one time in big,
so I had said it. We was talking about it, and my friend Fabio, he was like, "Yo, have you ever seen this movie called Undercover Brother?" And I said, "Yeah, I've seen it. I love that movie." So I said the scene, and my teacher heard me. I didn't think it was loud enough for her to hear me, but she was like, "I'm going to call your mom." I went home, and she had called my mother, and so my mother was like, "Did you say this Did you say this line?"
See what had happened
was. I was like, so I didn't say I said it, but I didn't say it. And I was like 12 at the time. It was a bad idea. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to what your kids watch.
Yeah. That's another way to find out if your teenager is you already know you did it. You're gonna get in trouble, and I'm going to find.
You don't.
But
it's
see, that's
painful.
what I'm trying to teach them.
It's painful, especially because y'all use that same sentence. It's gonna hurt me. I never understood it. I still me being 26. I still don't understand it
because we really don't want to discipline or whoop our kids. We don't want to do that. So disciplining a kid, and we don't want to see you cry. We really don't want to see you pain and hurt. So it hurts us, but we have to give you this hard lesson. We don't want to do this to you, but you force my hand. It's not me, it's you. You forced my hand to do this.
I forced it.
We don't want to see our kids hurt. So when they're crying or hurting or whatever, we don't want to see that. We don't want to hear it. Okay. But you got to take your licks. And, sometimes your parent might be in the other room like, Dad, why did you make me do that?
Oh, so y'all be crying too?
I do.
I don't know y'all be crying?
Else. Y'all?
Okay.
I don't know about nobody else. If y'all do, it hurts me to punish my kids.
I didn't think parents like.
But see, I cry because I know the lessons that I taught them, and I knew they knew better.
Okay.
So the fact that you didn't take any of the lessons that I taught you, and I know you know better than to do this.
Right.
And now I have to punish you, and you're mad at me because I'm punishing you, but you should have known better.
Oh.
So then for me, it's like, did I really teach the lesson, or is this child just being defiant?
Okay. Okay. All right.
So yes, there have
okay,
been
so
times that I've cried when I've had to put them on punishment or take something from them. Because sometimes punishing them is punishing you. Like when I take their tablets away, that's punishment for me.
She wastes 21 questions while she's sitting there. Did I really want to do that?
So really,
did I have to do that?
It's punishment for me because then I get, Mommy, so did you know it was raining? Well, it snowed yesterday. Yes, I know. Well, why do you think it snowed? No, we're not. We're not having this conversation right now.
21 questions about the weather. Yes, we are.
And then I kick myself in the foot because I say, well, you got a tablet, go Google it. Well, you have my tablet right there. Oh, dang. Go read a book. Go read a book right now. You're supposed to be on punishment.
That's also the guilty conscience need no accuser, because when they get their stuff taken away from them, they find other stuff to talk to you about. It's a lot. It's just like, okay, so my game is taken. All right, so I'm gonna bother you for the next 45 minutes just so you know that you were the reason. Okay, I know I messed up.
Or, Mommy, did you know I was thirsty?
No.
Well, I am. Can I get some? No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that.
So it's like a double-edged sword. So it's like, all right, so I'm in trouble, but you're also in trouble because you caused this.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I don't have kids.
Pretty much. Unless you know, and sometimes I will honestly say this, that sometimes when I put them in the corner, I forget that they're in the corner. Because I'll be looking at the time. And I'm like, oh, they got 10 more minutes. And I'm off doing something else. It's like, Mommy, can I get out the corner now? I look. You don't ask me when you get out the corner. I tell you when you get out the corner.
Okay, so look. I work overnight. I do security. People who don't know this, but okay, so when I have my days off, I am upstairs. If I'm not outside in the lovable world that is Earth, I am in my room. So when they're downstairs and she be like, put them in the corner for 5 minutes. Okay. I set a timer. She don't know that I set this timer. But I'll be like, all right, so the 5 minutes is up. Does she know that she's still there? And I peek out the room just to see if they're still in the corner. I'll be like, does she not know these?
No, and I will forget because it's so quiet. There's no argument. I'm sorry, guys. I really do sometimes forget that they're in the corner because it's so quiet. There's no arguing, no fighting.
So for the parents that are tuning in, just know that it also guilty conscience leads no accuser to parents as well.
Yes,
it's just not
to
for
everybody.
Us.
We going over everything.
All right, so we just scratched the young adults. Now it's that. Now we got. Oh God, we got me next.
Yes. So we're gonna do 20 to 30.
Oh God. Okay.
And I'll say 20 to 30 because at 30 you should know better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
After 30, you should have learned a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody should have read you right. Somebody.
And if you just don't know right from wrong, I'm gonna need for you to like go on a time machine and look at your younger self so that you know what she was doing.
20 to 30.
I'm 20.
Somebody is guilty.
I am 26. I do not look 26. I just want to point that out there. I am 26.
He looked like he's 55.
I am. She tried to uphold my image. We try to uphold my image on this live.
All right.
Okay. So when I feel like I'm in trouble, the one thing that I have a tendency that my dad told me that I do is that I sit up like I'm in the front of a car and the cops is behind me. I sit up straight and I put my head down and I just scratch. I scratch the back of my head a lot.
But in young adults between that age, I was going to say that too, their antics and I said it earlier, in their body language, you can tell, because some people, when they guilty of something, what's that, the head scratch?
It's like a certain itch.
Something
Even
that
though
they do.
it's like a
Or
certain
they be
itch.
like, for real. I'm just saying for real, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, no, I mean.
My favorite, I think my favorite thing to say when I know that I'm caught, I'll be like, it's not me. It wasn't me. I put it on everything. It was not
I put it on
me.
everything that I love.
Oh my.
On everything that I love. I'm telling you, it's not me.
Here's the quote that you know that they're caught, that you caught them on my mama.
Oh,
my mama.
people say that all the time. And then when people say that, you know how I catch them? What if something happened to your mama because you lied? On my mama, I swear. On my kids, I swear. On my family, on everything that I love. If you telling the truth, you ain't got to swear on nobody. Why even bring that karma to people? That ain't right.
I think that's just a New York thing. I think it's just a New York thing.
My word, my bond. But everybody in adults, young adulthood, they have antics. So if you're used to talking to a person, you can tell when the person is telling you the truth or when a person is lying. So like we said, they stutter. They do certain things, or grab their ear or rub their hands. It's something that a person does.
If a person moves their hands for more than 45 miles per hour, they are lying. If they're doing all of this just to tell you a story,
well, in a way, because
I mean, in certain parts, you could kind of say that they're telling the truth, because I guess certain people have certain mannerisms and how they tell a story.
I talk with my hands.
But however, comma, if they move it too fast and they're talking too fast, if they talk too fast and you can't understand what they're saying,
they just trying to get it out.
Yeah.
But see, I can agree to that, but then I can also disagree, because I know me, I'm rapid succession. I'm getting it out. I'm telling you everything. I got diarrhea in the mouth. I'm spitting it out. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Any questions?
Okay, we can agree to disagree. I'm just saying.
But that could be one way that somebody is showing that they have a guilty conscience. Like when you question them and everything is Judge Judy used to say when you were in the court and she asks you a question, like is not an answer.
That is true.
It's if you and ahhing or humming and hawing, you ain't got to think about what the truth is.
That is true.
Grandma always said the truth means never having to remember what you said. Never having to remember what you said. So if the truth is already in me and I know the truth, it's not going to be no and ah. I may have to look off to think, but it's not going to be no and ah. It's going to be, this is what it is. You can't make it up.
That is true.
Can't make it up. And when you are making it up, that's when we can tell, oh, yeah, you're trying to hide something.
Or if your story switches up when you told it the first time. And there's like a key part that you said. And
you left that out. You didn't say that the last time. Now you're introducing more because you think you're going to get in trouble? Like when I watched the, the First 48 or On the Case with Paul Lazon, when they're talking to the suspect. And the first time they talk to the suspect says this. And then the next time they talk to the suspect, now you're revealing new information. They're like, you didn't say that last time. So what changed between then and now? So I watched that, and I watched to see who's guilty, and I'll be like, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with it. They just giving information. I'm like the detectives.
We played a good cop, bad cop together.
But in people who have a guilty conscience, it's going to show in their mannerisms. It's going to show a little tick. Some people try to cover it up so bad that they get like a little tick or a jump on the eye.
Oh, you mean like a little twitch, like your left eye, or like a specific eye will be jumping, or like they'll take like in deep breaths for no odd apparent reason.
Or they stare at you without blinking.
I had one person do that, and I was like, "Are you good? Are you okay?"
I'm fine. I'm just gonna answer your questions. Just
you can blink. You know this, right?
I'm blinking.
They're like, wait, why are you rapidly blinking?
I'm blinking. I'm blinking.
I was like, all right, okay, you're blinking. You're telling the truth.
So,
Oh yeah, now the spotlight is on you, so now we get to see.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
well,
got.
I'm
Don't
over
you?
40, so we're gonna say 30 to 40. I'm over 40.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
over 40. Now, 30 to 40, guilty conscience needs no accuser. Now, the reason why I say after 30, there's a light bulb supposed to click. Supposed to.
Supposed to.
Supposed to click and turn something on.
You might need to change that light bulb.
You might have to. The fuse is blown. You may have to do some Onyoko Renge Kyo chanting or something. Speaking in tongues. A little bit of chanting and bing, You may have to do some of that.
You might have to ring that gong a couple of times just for you to
put some
get
incense.
do something. Read a Bible. Read the Quran. Do something. Pray. Meditate.
After 30, it is supposed to be some click in there that you shouldn't be out here lying and just doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing after 30.
Now, here's a question. Do you personally feel like there is a thing where you have to tell a white lie?
Yeah.
In your age bracket, do you feel like sometimes it is necessary to tell a white lie?
I would say in every age bracket it is. However, in telling a white lie is, as long as it's not damaging to a person, as long as it's not going to cause something bad to happen to another person, then I would say yeah. But yeah, and everybody lies at some point. Even though I say I don't lie, there's been times I've had to lie. There have been times that I've had to lie, but it depends on what it is. If my livelihood is on the line, my life is on the line, nope, ain't no lie being told. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and then I'm gonna take my licks.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my licks
because
I'm old enough to know better. If I did something wrong, I'm gonna own up to it. That's just the person that I am. I have lied to spare a person's feelings.
I've done that. I've done that a couple of times, but only because of the simple fact is I felt like in that current situation, your spirit and the way you was feeling needed to be uplifted than to me having to just bring you in whole truth to you like that because you was already hurt to begin with.
Yeah, and I have lied to spare a certain outcome from a person. If I know you will pop off, and I know if I told you what somebody said is gonna set you off, I'm gonna say I never heard it, never, nope. I'm not putting that battery in your back. I'll lie about that. I will lie to pretty much spare somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
Pretty much spare. I am 100% truthful. I am 100% honest. Well, can't say 100% because I do lie. I'm gonna say 99.9998. I am honest, but I do lie.
I'm a 98.99.
You a lie.
I am a 98.92.
But not most of what I do, I am honest. I'm an honest person, and I know that my honesty gets me in trouble a lot of times, and it makes people stop speaking to me because I'm so honest. And
honesty hurts.
It does.
Like, I mean, you really got to think about it. It's like, would you rather me tell you the truth and it hurts your feelings, or would you rather me to lie to spare it?
I'd rather you hurt my feelings with the truth, because I am so analytical and I am so thought provoked that I'm going to find out whether you lied to me or not. That's just the type of person that I am. And then I'm not a very good liar. Let me say this. I do lie, but I'm not a very good liar. You can catch me in a lie in heartbeat. I'm not a very good liar. But I'd rather you hurt my feelings with the truth and let me get over it than to lie to me. I find out you lied to me and what you lied to me about, and it's like, you could have just told me that.
Makes sense.
I'd rather you tell me the truth, let me deal with it. Or you, in the case of children, you tell me what the truth is. Yeah, I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be upset. You going to take your L. You going to stand in the corner. I'm going to sit here and be okay. I'm going to be hurt, but I'm still sit here and be okay. I'd rather you tell me the truth than to hurt my feelings with a lie. That's not good.
Now let's branch off of kids and adults, right? And
Mm-hmm.
because when you brought this subject to me, my mind went to relationships.
Ah.
When
Oh.
we go into guilty consciously, no accuser.
In
So
relationships. What Kevin Hart said, this is the dumb
this,
ninja stance. You know, I just thought,
I just don't
you know, I'm just saying,
understand.
everybody eat the chip.
You know what? Everybody eat the chips. What the? You know what? I'm gonna call my best friend right now. Hey, so remember when we was at the club and Shorty girl was on me?
Don't lie.
I'm gonna pause it right there. What does that mean? It means my back is against the wall.
They got to jump on us.
Help me! Help me! Ninja! Help me! Help me! This is not a test. This is the real deal. I need you to. That means mine is yours, and yours is mine. Like, I personally think, like, when it comes to certain situations in a relationship, I feel like in the beginning, I'm not going to say like when y'all are like inclusive. That means y'all being whole. When y'all are in the talking stages of being in a relationship, I personally feel y'all lie. Yeah, I feel like I personally, that's just me as an opinion. I personally feel like y'all lie to get.
You saying women?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm also going to say men as well.
But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish because I got my point.
She about to Kanye West me, y'all. I just personally feel that when it comes to certain personalities and traits, y'all lie to get the other person to be attracted to you more. And I personally feel like we also do it as well.
I get what you're saying. So what's that? They tagged it last year. It's the girl that. Oh, me too. Oh, that's not me.
Oh, you talking about Whoa? You talking about Whoa Vicky?
Is it Whoa Vicky? I don't know, but it's the girl that when a guy is talking about what he don't like about a girl, and then this girl comes on, it's like, oh, that's not me. I'm not that person. Well, I forgot what they coined it. If y'all know what it is, put it in the comments. I don't know. But it's that girl, and I get what you're saying. It's that girl, and some of y'all out there, when a guy is talking and you're attracted to them and you're trying to, whatever, trying to shmoo him, and he starts telling you about, or just starts speaking in general about stuff that he don't like in a relationship, and that's not me.
We call we call those Mr. Me Too's.
I think that's what it was. The Me Too girl. No, the Me Too is something different. Sorry, guys. No.
We call those Mr. Me Too's. I got that from a song by a group called Clips. Shout out Clips for appreciate y'all. But that's what we call them. We call them Mr. Me Too's because we obviously know that that's not. Yeah. You may think that's what you are, but
you're not. You're not.
We know that's not what y'all are.
You're not. So I can go with that part, but also with guys too, because when you're trying to get a girl, you lie to, or you try to be the thing for her that she's saying she wants. So when dating in that age bracket, it's like the guy is trying to get the girl is trying to get the guy. So they're listening to, well, what do you like? Well, what do you like? I remember one time, and I think I said it on another podcast, when I was dating and the guy asked me, well, what type of guy that's I like? A man that smells good, you got to have a job. You know what I'm saying? Just different things. I was like, I love when a man smells good. So we meet up for lunch. This man looked like he just got off of the back of a truck, rolled in dirt, but he smelled good. I said, so you doused your whole body in cologne?
No.
I said, you know what?
It's my new.
I'm kind of running late. I got to get back to the office. This ain't gonna work. But I'm telling you what I like, and you show up with old Spice crap. No, that's not how that works. Or if I say I like a man to pull out a chair for me to open the door, and you'll do it, and then once we start dating, it's like you ain't doing that no more. Oh, if you ain't that guy, you ain't that guy.
There was a.
Don't try to be something you're not.
There was a movie. There was a.
Are you almost done? We're almost done. Okay. I ain't gonna edit this. It's gonna stay the way it is right now.
This is raw and uncut.
Raw and uncut.
But there was a movie. I forgot what movie it was, but it featured Megan Good, and he was getting in the car, and he was like, "Are you getting the door is unlocked?" And she was like, I don't get in the car unless my car door is open." He was like, "Wow, really? That's crazy." And then he sped off.
High standards.
I only eat food with plastic forks.
High
standards.
Hashtag high standards.
I only eat food with plastic forks. That's it, right?
Sports.
High standards.
High standards.
But
I only drink red Kool-Aid. Hashtag high standards.
I don't have a bedtime, but I would like to be in my house before 11. And if you call me, it has to be after 9 because that's when I have free minutes.
Oh, you got a car, a job, and a house? Hashtag high standards.
We're doing this thing again?
Too much.
We're doing this thing again?
We're not going to do that. All right, back to what we were saying. Sorry, guys. We got it a little off. So, in that instance where guilty conscience needs no accuser, yes, there are times that people will lie to you and say certain things to you just to get you. And it's up to you to have that mindset to say, this don't seem right. I don't think this is really who this person is. I think this person is being the way that they are because they're trying to get me. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Now, before you start accusing people of lying, make sure that you have all the information before you start going out and just calling people liars, because you will look like a donkey's butt. We don't need you out here looking like a donkey's butt.
Yeah.
They you know that the 3 letters that's in the word assumption?
Assume.
Yeah. Write the word. Take the word assume and just erase all the other letters except for those 3 letters, and that's what you'll look like if you go out and not have all your information.
Assume.
This is a Positive Vibes Only channel, so we can't say what we want to say.
We don't cuss.
You get what we talking about.
But okay, so we did 20 or 30. So yes, in their mannerisms and the things that they do, they will show you that they are guilty of something. All right, so now we're in my age bracket, 40 and beyond. You should know better. You should know better. You've been reared. You old enough to know better. Stop your mess. If you did it, you did it. You did. Stop your mess. Know better.
I just seen a lot of people your age bracket lie.
Man, I've seen it.
You got a lot
lie
of me.
like a rug on a shag carpet.
Why you got a lot of me and I'm younger than you?
What is it? First of all, you don't know be my mama. How about that? I remember I told one lady, I said, you're an adult, I'm an adult, and you're twice my senior, so you old enough to know better. Why you gonna come at me, fam, like that? Don't come at me like that. That's not how that works.
You old enough to be my mother and my grandmother. Why
man, nowadays.
Why you lying?
Great grandma. Oh, let me stop. Ooh, my bad.
Ooh. I just want to know, like, what? I just want to know, like, what do y'all feel? Like, what do y'all get out of it? Like, when you're trying to give somebody like my age, like the like, I guess the talk along the brackets of being 20, like early 20, mid 20, and late 20 to like your early 30s. What do y'all feel like I gotta lie to us for?
Well, I don't, so I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
For anybody who's like early to mid late 40s, please explain that to me, because I would love to know, what do y'all get out of lying to us?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Do y'all get closure? Is that like a thing? Do y'all get closure?
But it could have been those ones that ain't growed up. They ain't fully growed. You got the age, but up here ain't all together. However, you should know better. Okay, you should know better. Stop your mess.
You should know better. You should. I shouldn't be 26 and having to school you on.
Come on, man. Come on.
I shouldn't. I'm sorry.
You can learn from. I will tell you one thing. My grandma always said too. You can learn from young folks because some of them have been through hardships and they've been through things in their life that you may have never experienced or even witnessed. So you can always learn from talking to young folk. I don't care what you say. She always tell me kids are people too, which is why I talk to them. And I want to have a conversation with you, see where your brain at. Because you a person, you hurt.
I got feelings.
You got feelings.
I got pain.
You get your feelings hurt, if you don't like what the parents say, and parents should be a little more open, to your kids.
Have a conversation with your kids.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Literally, like sit down one day.
Just a regular conversation.
Just sit down one day and like it don't have to be nothing spectacular. Just like even if your kid is like 18 or like younger than 18, or even if he or she or them, because they do identify as them, multiple. Just have a conversation with your kids. Or your your young adult or your adult or your young, like just have a conversation with them. See where their mind is.
Another way to find out if somebody has a guilty conscience is you learn the person. Pretty much. You learn their personality. You have a conversation with them. You can easily find out from your significant other or your children. Now, it gets a little harder when it's people outside of, that group or your circle, but still, people, they gonna let you know. And again, the truth means never having to remember what you said. I don't have to remember what I said because it's the truth, and the truth will out. It will always come out. I ain't got time.
Nope.
I ain't got time. Guilty conscience need no accuser. So, we gonna let y'all know, since we went through all the age brackets, that in closing, in closing, we want your takeaway from this live to be that, there are people out there who have a guilty conscience because they have done something wrong, and if you're trying to figure it out, and we're not saying in a negative way, but depending on the situation that you're in, there is a way to find out if somebody is guilty of something or someone is pretty much lying to you about something. The same way a guilty conscience needs no accuser, a liar has ticks. You're going to figure it out, just by observing them. And if you feel that a person is lying, the best way to get a liar is to ask them a bunch of questions.
Definitely.
Whole lot of questions.
Make sure that you get all your information out. Make sure you get all the information that they're telling you before you start accusing them of something. Because maybe they could be telling the truth. Maybe they just nervous because they don't feel like telling you.
Yeah. And that could be it too. And we're not saying accuse everybody of having a guilty conscience. We're just trying to give you tidbits on how to figure out that somebody has a guilty conscience on something. And it probably came to me because I've been watching, the First 48 and On the Case with Paul Lazon and these different people. But I remember one case that I saw actually yesterday that I saw where the guy, he was guilty. Let me just say that. He was guilty. But the way that he was found out to be guilty, see, we're getting up to it again. We're going to finish because we just going to leave him alone. The way that he was found out of being guilty, he was like, oh, my word. Oh, my word. I'll take a polygraph right now. Put me on the polygraph right now. And he failed the polygraph. Because you thought you were so confident in your lie and you were so confident in your conscience that you were going to pass a lie detector test. No, you know what a lie detector test? It don't pick up what you say.
It picks up
your body language, your tension,
your mannerisms.
That's why it's on your chest and your arms and your fingers, your pulses. It's picking up on your body vibration when you're asked a certain question. Have you ever been asked a question and you feel a little warm from the question? It's like,
depending on what that question is, if I know I gotta lie my way out of it. Yeah.
You feel okay. We're almost done. and you feel the change in your body. You feel the change when somebody asks you a question or asks you a question that, oh Lord, yes, we're almost done, people. About to call him wrong name, baby, baby, baby. I love you, baby. Just give me 5 more minutes, okay? Thank you. 5 more minutes. Okay, I love you. Five 5 more minutes, baby. Five, just five. When I'm done, you can ask me all the questions you want, baby. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. So it's about time. It's about time to get off this. But what I'm saying, it picks up on your body language. It picks up on your breathing. It picks up on any infliction that you have because your body will tell them that you're lying. Now, it will pick up on nervousness. Mm-hmm. It will pick up on, certain things, but that's why they give you a line of true questions until they get to the nitty gritty. So they're going to ask you your name. Yep. They're going to ask you your birthday, your age, simple questions to get a true reading.
Then they're going to give you the
then they're going to hammer you with the other questions just to see how you're going to answer it and if there's any difference in you telling the truth or in a lie. Now, some people have beat polygraphs. I get it.
I don't know how y'all do it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. I'll be looking at y'all and be like, yeah, he did it. He did it.
And they beat the polygraph. But that's because they know how to relax their body and not show any tells. But the person's not looking at you. They're just registering your Bible. We ain't trying to get nobody any tips on how to beat a polygraph. We just saying polygraph. Dang. Okay. So anyway, in closing, guys, guilty conscience needs no accuser. We just wanted you to be able to figure out if someone is being untruthful to you. And we're not saying to go out and accuse them of being, guilty or something. We're just giving you tips on how to stay positive and keep people that are guilty of something or whatever they did away from you.
So that you can live a positive and natural being causing life. You don't like negative energy.
Yeah, we don't need that negative energy. And a guilty person, what I have found in my short life on this earth is that when a person is guilty of something, they are quick to throw anybody else under the bus just to get themselves out of whatever trouble they perceive that they're in. So just be careful around people who show you that they have a guilty conscience. And it may not even be anything, awful, as far as taking someone's life, but it could be something as little as stealing your money. Well, some people, let me just say, I'm not going to give no examples. Let me take my examples out. Let me it could be major, minor. It could be major or minor.
It could be major, it could be major or minor.
I don't want nobody coming back and saying.
That specific thing you about to go to, we can say that for another segment. We're not gonna get into that.
Okay, we gonna save that. We're gonna save that. Because there's times when somebody take your money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's the end of our show. Thank you all for joining. We went a little long, but it's okay. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being here. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share everything. We're going to be on Instagram. Of course, we're on Facebook because we're on Facebook Live. Instagram, YouTube, the BlackTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and what is the other one? The Melanin Book. So I'm going to post this up everywhere. And we're on Spreaker. Excuse me. Make sure that you are following. Make sure that you're liking you're sharing. If you know somebody who can benefit from this information, please do share it with them. That's most of the emails that I get and the text messages that I get is that although the information was good to the person, they need somebody that could benefit from it. And then I'll get an email saying, thank you for the information. It's really helped me. It's really blessed me. So that is the whole purpose of the show. Yes, we have antics. Yes, we have jokes. But this is the whole purpose of the show. Make sure you go to Teespring and Redbubble. Get you some merch. Get you some Positive Vibe merch. I think this is a beautiful, butterfly. I love it. But we got some other stuff up there, so make sure that you do go follow everything that we're at. And as I say in closing all the time, control the narrative. Keep it positive. Positive vibes only. Thanks, guys.
I'm out.